crisis of their lives. Um, their sons end up they end up drowning right from the flood because there's still traces of them on the mountains, right? This is where we get the salt and stuff from, and I'm like, oh my god. Um, and then we're like, why? What did they do to the wives now? Why did God, like, in my head, I'm like, why did you punish the wives? I'm like, oh. So he punished them and he turned them into, according to great 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 grandpa Enoch, he turned them into sirens, right? And in my head, I'm like, what's the difference between a siren and a mermaid, right? I'm like, for you guys, it's probably so obvious, but like, you know how we're like, what's the difference between a white human and a black human? But I'm like, what's the difference between a mermaid and a siren? Because to me, I'm like, I don't understand the difference. So according to the story, they turn into sirens, right? So he closed their legs up so they couldn't have any more kids, which that is so fucked up in and of itself. All he had to do, cause in from oh my god, it's like, cause this is like such a man thing to do. Cause I'm like, oh, if there's a problem, we're just gonna solve it by fucking over the women, right? Like that's like like to me it's like birth control. It's like clearly birth control is needed for men. Why is it being pushed on the women, right? So I'm like, I'm looking at them, I'm like, yo, bro, I'm like, why did you put such a harsh punishment on them? It's not their legs you're supposed to close up. Either they should have made the archangels, like the fallen angels, they should have made them infertile, right? Then they could like be with their wives as much as they want without having to worry about making kids, right? And then all of this crazy shit happening. But no, he's like, you know what, let's just, there's no more kids, we can't have this. Oh my god. So then they get banished to the water, and then we know this, the most of the sirens are in the Caribbean Sea, which is where I'm from, right? So when you go now from where, because now I'm connected to this story now, right? Because it's like when you go to my motherland, people don't swim and they know there's stuff in the water, right? So I don't know if our great 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 great, I don't know how far our great ancestors are down there in the water suffering. um but you know, like, I wish we could go there and help them and be like, oh, we're like, you know, I don't know how deep the water is. Like that in itself is terrifying. um but I know they're not monsters, right? If they were just hungry. They're not monsters, but I'm like, they ended up turning into monsters and the story went to shit and then it's all sad. There's broken families and a lot of murder and like, ugh, everything just goes to shit. It's like, what the hell? I've seen them in my sleep. Like, I know I have friends with, I don't know if it's sirens or mermaids because I can't remember, right? But I know I have connections with them. I have connections with giants. I don't know if we count angels because they're all iffy because I don't fucking know. I don't call on it. I guess if you're going to count it, we can count Gabriel, right? Like the arcs. I feel like right now, if I call for Michael, I'd be like, yo, bro, send me a blade. I kind of need one right now. Uh, um, yeah, if we counting them, I guess I have a connection with them because I did spend some time with them back when I didn't know anything. Remember, I told you guys I didn't have the concept of death and things like those things I learned as I kept coming back here as a human. But anyways, right at the start I was a pure human. Now I'm not, right? Like I don't know if I feel tainted, but like as going back to the thing, I'm like, if I go to see my creator, I feel like that dirty crumpled piece of paper and not the piece of paper that I like, right? I don't feel like I'm in that state, so I don't feel like comfortable seeing her the way I am right now. So I'm like, okay, if we're looking at sirens now and we know they're in the water, because I know they're like near to there, right? Because we know this because they're, nobody denies this, they're in the waters. They're all around in the Caribbean, right? And our people don't swim in the water either because they know there's something there. And I feel like if I went there, I'd be like, they're not like, I feel like they would tell me, don't be scared of me, right? Because they look terrifying, right? Like, we know this. So I feel really bad for them, right? Because I'm like, this is probably like my great ancestor, and they're suffering, and they're like, oh man, like I turned into a monster, right? But I'm like, they're deep down, they're not monsters. Because we know lizard people are going down to eat them. I'm like, oh my fucking god, who's the monster? And it's like, it can't count as cannibalism because it's a different species. But then I'm like, it's still sentient. So I'm like, does this, like, now we need to redefine that fucking term. Oh. When I came back as a human, God allowed me, he let me with this camera thing here, this phone thing. I'm allowed to document it. This is what I need to come back and tell you guys, because when I go and see all of you guys, because you guys are all gonna be like, yeah, Lisa, we haven't been seen for like ever, like we're in plain sight, we don't want to be seen, that kind of thing. But I'm like, it's kind of time now, right? If you don't want them to see it from my eyes, whose eyes are you gonna want them to see it from, right? So I'm like, this is where I come into play now. I'm like, okay, I can feel my purpose in life now. Right? Because I woke up all the humans, right? Because if they don't wake up, they're gonna be fucked. Right? And then from you guys' perspective, we gotta like change gears here now a little bit, or we're gonna be fucked. You guys have to allow me to document things now. Like, you guys invite, like, because you guys have seen me from like start to finish, right? You guys got to see what it's like from my point of view, from my life. Now it's time to see it from you guys' side. Right? And so other people can have an understanding and things like that. This is where I come into play now, right? But I'm kind of on edge because like I'm like, I don't trust anybody, right? Except for Hikje, I don't trust anybody, right? And I don't have that feeling, right? Like, you're supposed to be able to trust your parents. I don't feel that. You're supposed to trust your siblings. And like, I feel that, but at the same time I don't, because it's like half and half, right? It's never like but the only person I trust in is the one, because he's never fucked me over, right? I don't even completely trust the demiurge, because I'm like, he's still hiding things from me, right? So I'm like, there's trust issues all across the board. So I'm like, if after watching me for this long, because I don't know when you guys came here, but I did feel what a significant amount of energy showed up here, starting to watch me, because I don't like eyes on me, right? You guys know this. Like, I don't like being around another living being. Because they upset my peace and my energy, right? So, to have someone like me now show up, I'm giving you guys the option now, if you want the world to look at you guys as monsters or to see them from my point of view now, right? Because now I can he's allowing me to document you guys' point of view, because you guys see what it looks like from a human female's life, right? Now we can see from my perspective what it looks like from a lizard's life, from a clone's life, from a siren's life, because I've seen this in my dreams, and I'm like, these places are so like fairy tale like I don't know how to explain it. It's really, really pretty, and I feel like if people see it from the right way, we can correct this shit, okay? Like, right now I'm getting slandered as fuck. People keep calling me a fucking whore, right? But then they choose to see shit that way, and they're not seeing it from my point of view. If they saw from my point of view and saw how like God's not judging me and they're judging me, they're gonna get judged by God next, then they're gonna be fucked, right? What I like though is all the people that I've come across, because after I got fucked over, and all the beings I like encountered after that, they still come back to help me after all this time, which is like the best feeling ever, to know like when I had no one, to like I have everybody with me now. Even though like right now I'm in this room and I'm alone, I know I have all the spirits backing me. I have some inhuman beings backing me. Very, very select few humans on my side. You know what I mean? Like, to know that I can bring everybody together after all this shit's, after we've gone through all of this shit, is a really good feeling. Yeah, we have to cross paths now, right? Because now you guys are energetically at my level now, where like now I can start dealing with this. But I'm like, it's so fucking annoying because I'm like, I don't have storage space. I don't know how like the electricity thing gonna work. So like, for example, if I go to document the life of a siren, for example, right? Like I can swim, right? Only because I've almost drowned so many times and I like being in the water. They also say water holds memory too, right? So, um, if I go to document a siren, right? I'm like, where? Okay, if heaven's here, the firmament's somewhere here. Don't know what the fuck's going on here. Then we have us. Then we have whatever's going on in Hollow Earth. Then I think Grandpa Enoch said, what do you say, hell or the underworld's under there? So I guess where we are, where the water is where the sirens are, right? And it's like humans can't get there, right? Like you guys have to reach us midway at least. But then it's like, are we going to be repeating the same angel human interaction that shouldn't have happened from the get go? Because it's not like they left heaven and came here. It's not like they were halfway and then they had to reach them half. You know what I mean? Like now we're in like some really, really gray area and we're like, ah, oh, fuck, what do we do now? So in my head, if I go to visit one of the sirens, right, I'm like, the water is going to be deep, at least more than 6 feet. And I'm like, I already seen in my dreams, I'm like, somehow they're going to get me to breathe underwater, right? Like I can breathe, like I don't have problems breathing, but I'm like to me, I'm like, it's not making sense. Like how does that work? When I started taking photos on my Instagram, right, and I wanted to document all the things from my perspective, right? Because you guys are never gonna get to. Now when I look at it, I'm like, it's so sad. You'll never get to experience life the way I do, right? And I'm like, I'm looking at this and like, it makes so much sense now. And I wish, you know, the demiurge had told me from the get go. It's like, Lisa, so and so exists. Go and, you know, if he had told me from the get go, you know, like I would have been more motivated. Ah. This is what pisses me off. So like now when I look back now, because I have all of this stuff where I'm like, I went to go see the tower and I went to the aquarium and stuff like that. I'm like, now it makes sense why I'm sensing this energy and why I felt the need to go and do those things. Because now if you look at it from, because I know I have like, I'm friends with the giants and with the sirens. If you look at the pictures I take from the tower, it feels like you're looking from a giant's perspective, right? Because I'm like, on the ground, I'd never be able to see that, but I have to be so high up in the air to be able to see that kind of perspective, right? Same thing with the sirens. I'm like, when I'm at the aquarium, I feel that feeling because I took that. You saw my money shot photo, right? I'm looking at it and it feels like I'm looking up above the water, but I can never come up above the surface, right? Like that trapped feeling, like certain things now when I look back, I'm like, it makes sense now when I look at it, and I'm like, you guys can never come up to see what we do and stuff. And I was like, that's so fucking sad. Like if I take a picture, like let's say, because Espa came here for all the cakes and stuff, right? I'm like, oh my god. Let's say like one of the sirens. I don't know if you guys do all the inhuman beings use phones? You guys know how to use technology? Like, are you guys still stuck in like the dark ages? Because there's still some humans that don't know how to use this thing, you know? Like, it's kind of crazy. Right? When I came back to be born again, like when the humans brought me back here, I made sure to come during the technological era, right? Because now I'm able to use this. But now they're calling, like, the fucking idiotic, low-life humans are calling me a fucking witch and a whore and a demon and all these kinds of things. Just because I know how to use this. And I'm like, you guys are just stupid. We can agree, okay? Everybody, like, from everybody's, like, across the board, everybody's been stupid. At least one point. Okay, so my problem now is if I go see a siren. Oh yeah, so sorry, talking about my photos, I'm like, talking about the cakes. Like, let's say you guys see there's a food item on there and you're like, oh, Lisa, that looks really good. I want to try that. I've never seen that in my life. right? If you guys tell me beforehand, because I'm supposed to bring house presents, right? You're not supposed to show up barehanded. If you're like, okay, Lisa, you can come see me under the water. It's just that I need you to give me this first, right? That's an okay transaction, right? It's not like I have to sell my soul to do, you know, like when I'm going back to the house situation with the demons. It's like if I asked a demon to build my house, what would they want in return? It's the same thing here. It's like, okay, if I have to come document you guys' lifestyle, it's like, what do you want in return? It's like, oh, Lisa, I saw this. Can you bring this for me? And then I'll be like, okay, yeah, like that's no problem, right? Right? So in my head, I'm like, I don't know what you guys are going to ask for. So that already has me on edge because I'm like, am I able to give you what you want, right? Because we know, as we know, nothing's fucking free. Everything costs fucking something, and it's gotta be at the cost of someone's fucking sanity. So let's say we make the transaction now. I come in, I come see the lovely siren that decides to allow me into their space, right? My issue now is I can't breathe underwater, so they got to figure out that situation. Then we have to figure out about the light situation, right? This is another thing because I told you I can't do things on my own. If I go under the water, it gets dark, right? I'm like, I don't have night vision, right? Like I can see, but I only see so much. I do have my blind spots. So I need a light source, right? So for you guys, like, I don't know how you guys are seeing in that darkness of water, or if you even like being in that darkness of water, right? Because I don't know how often you guys need to see sunlight, right? Because in all my photos, most of them you see light everywhere, right? So I don't know if you guys need that or like how to deal with that, right? Next thing too, if I go like exploring in the caves, right? If I want to go meet one of the giants or any of the fallen angels, right? There's also the language issue, right? Like I don't know because they're from a different time period, right? I'm the youngest and I'm spoiled, right? And you guys like I don't know if we're gonna be able to communicate, right? That's why Basket came back for me with because you guys remember my sound, right? But I haven't done that in so long and I've been struggling to find, like, I don't know if I should just pluck the fucking strings. It's like creating a password and not remembering the password you made, right? Like that's the situation I'm in and I'm so fucking irritated because I'm like, I know, like I'm getting phantom pain and it's so freaking annoying. It's like I know like when I come in contact with you guys remember my sound, but I'm like I don't remember what I used to play and what the sound was, right? Like it doesn't exist anymore. Like I haven't come across it while I've been wandering around the place, right? And it's even hard to like compare to what it is. So like light source wise, I'm like, okay, if I go see the archangels, I'm like, when you go into caves, you can't go in with like a flashlight or like a torch, right? Because when you get deeper and deeper in the cave, it lacks oxygen, right? So I'm already gonna have problems breathing, and then I'm not gonna have a light source. And then if I take in something like my phone camera or like a flashlight, it's like eventually it's gonna die, right? So I'm like, by the time I get to the point where I need it, it's gone, right? So this is why I need to ask you guys. I'm like, okay, what do you guys use naturally for a light source? Because my eyes are gonna adjust, and when I come out of there, my eyes look more inhuman. They're gonna look at me like, what in the fuck? Do you guys have webbed hands? And what's it like having a tail? Because to me, like, a lot of people are gonna be like, Lisa, that's not a punishment, that's so sick, right? But then it's like, you can't ever come up. You can't see the person you love the most. Your family's all fucked. Like, I don't know if the good outweighs the bad, right? Like, there's so much, you gotta, like, consider everything now. But that means you guys are really good swimmers, right? And then, yeah, so I need help with the light source. And I feel like the best light source is gonna come from the bottom of the ocean, right? Like you guys would know what the best light source is. You guys know what's lurking beneath there. You guys know when to come up, what time to, move about and things. Like you guys know all of this. So I kind of need you guys for that, for the light thing. Right? Like I need to know. That's the next thing too. If we're talking about, because how does like time work, right? In heaven, time isn't there, right? Everything's happening at once. When you come down to like human life here, time's a different situation. Oh, we gotta talk about the calendars that I'm really pissed about. Okay, you guys gotta fucking fix that. We gotta talk about like human time, and then there's like time for everything else is different. Like that's what I don't understand. Like, right, like if I'm interacting with like an inhuman being, it's gonna feel like they're from a different time period and a different generation. That's why like we have to like establish this now, because I'd rather talk to a millennial lizard than talk to like a boomer lizard. You know what I mean? If we're looking at it that way, because it's like I can understand better from like that point of view. Um, yeah. So I need a light source, right? Because I'm like, okay, it can't be electricity powered, because where am I gonna get electricity in a cave? And it can't be naturally powered, because I'm like, I might not have the resources, and then there's no oxygen. I can't rely on my eyes. I'm like, what am I supposed to use? And if it's like fire, I'm like, you can't put that underwater. um they also talked about dolphins, right? And they said how like you guys are gonna freak out like all of the Caribbean people because you know the stories go way back when that like, oh, so and so attacks people, don't go near them, they can't swim, that kind of thing. So if you guys come up from the water, that's gonna fucking blow their minds, right? Because a lot of them are still uneducated, right? um it's like, don't be scared, we don't mean harm. It's like, I don't trust it, like you know what I mean? You can't blame them from that for that point. It's like, okay, do you trust them? Like, there's no sense of trust here. Oh my god. Yes, I'd love to document you guys' lives. Like that'd be so sick, right? Because it's gonna be from my point of view. Because I'm already doing things from different points. Because I'm like, I'm channeling this phantom energy, and I'm not knowing where it's coming from, right? Because I'm like, I feel this, but I'm like, I don't know what to do. If I go under the water, though, you guys are gonna have to. I need a brush or like I need a comb or something, because I haven't. So I went to Ottawa back in November last year, and I bought a new brush. That's what I've been using. You want to see it? But like, if I go under the water, I'm like, I can't. How am I supposed to maintain my appearance when I go and deal with that? It suits me, right? Look at this. Look, you guys can see yourself there. See? That's my computer. There's my pillow. There's the other pillow. And there's you guys. And then the window. Yeah, look, this is my beautiful new brush. It's so clean. But I can't bring this with me. I'm like, if I go underwater, this is gonna be fucked. I like, you guys have to figure out my hair situation. Yeah, I don't take care of the garden anymore, you know? Like, them still refer to me as flower girl. Like, there's still a couple humans that still call me that, right? Because you guys are supposed to thrive in my presence. Who told you guys to act all dead and stupid in front of me? Damn. Okay, so I already seen that. I'm gonna go visit Asire, I'm gonna go visit the giants, I'm gonna go visit the others, right? Like, I can see it. Some of the things I can't even put into words, but I can see that I'm gonna see you guys. It's the same thing when I told you I was recording concerts. This is what you guys can see. This is what I've already recorded. There's all this extra stuff. A lot of people are coming this year, and I'm like, fuck, I can't go and see them because I'm in such a fucked up situation from everyone else's stupid decisions, right? So I'm like, I'm here so I can start, like, right? Because when you guys see it from someone else's perspective, then you feel less aggressive and less violent and less stupid, okay? I can see it, it's gonna happen, but then I'm like, where am I posting this stuff? Because then people are gonna be like, Lisa's not real, Lisa's not online, right? They're gonna like, this is gonna start happening now, and I'm like, what in the fuck? I'm like, there's still remnants of my previous lives still around when I look around, and I'm like, it's crazy to me that people still calling out for me and still don't remember who I am. It's nuts. Anyways, you guys gotta tell me your stories now. I did study, my background's in media, so like the journalism perspective and like, you know, the investigative nonsense is gonna come out eventually. It'd be really nice to shoot a documentary, right? Where it's like people can see and hear you guys up close, right? But then it's like, how is that gonna work? Because not everybody speaks the same language. Not everybody's willing to be understanding, forgiving, and open, right? It's like there's so many obstacles in the way right now. But I see that I'm doing this, right? Like I can see that I'm recording these things, and I'm like, because I'm not gonna be here vlogging, like I'm already done with this. This point of time is gone now because you guys have gotten what you needed from me, right? And I'm like, okay, I am out of energy now to do this, even though I have like one more to do after this, but this is a good portion of my life I spent doing this, right? If you go and cumulatively add up all the hours, that's how much you guys owe me, right? So you guys know your offerings for me now. Because, like, look, I just recorded 6 hours. Now we're at the 7th hour. So, like, the amount of time and energy and care I'm putting into this, you guys have to put back into me with my offerings, right? That's how I knew when Selena called out for me. I'm like, something is significantly wrong, right? Because I'm like, this is something so precious that she gifted to me. And I'm like, that's how I knew. I knew something was wrong. Because nobody goes out of their way to do something nice unless there's something like, right? It's like if a little kid goes up to you and they, no, it's like when like me and Tonesy and like and my brothers when we were younger and we clean the house and mom's like suspicious. She's like, why the heck, why are you guys being so nice? What do you want? Right? It's like that kind of feeling, right? I have that feeling when you guys leave me offerings and I get a really good one. I'm like, okay, what did you guys fuck up now? Right? Like I don't trust it. Anyways, yeah, but you guys owe me offerings, right? Like for me to maintain such an energy, it costs a lot, okay? And I never tell you guys what, because like it's just gotta be something that raises my energy, right? It makes my life easier, right? This is why I hate when people like, it's like Lisa likes sweets, let's all get her sweets, but I'm like, it has no meaning now, right? And for me, I'm like what the fuck are you doing it for? Whereas like when you guys send me specific things, like how Selena sent me the scent thing, and I'm like, that's making my life easier, it makes me happier. I'm like, at least I'm not feeling upset, it's not lowering my energy in the moment. Or like when I get certain K-pop albums and stuff and I'm like, I can see the thought, the effort, the energy, everything that was poured into this, that was for me, then I'm like, it feels good, you know what I mean? Like you guys are probably sitting here like, thank God Lisa finally like thought through this. Like you guys are probably pissed. It's like this took so fucking long. But I'm like, I'm so glad I waited for this moment where like Lisa's talking this out with me, right? But I'm like, right, like things have to be done the right way. When they're done the wrong way, everything goes to fucking shit. Yeah, so I have to. You guys have to cross paths with me now because I can't do that on my own. I'm fucked. I got no money, nobody with me here. Like you guys have to step forward and help me now. For you guys to help yourselves, you have to help me. Then I can help you guys, and then we can see what happens from there. Because if you guys don't trust me, then there's like trust doesn't exist on the human on the earth, on the earth, on the, whatever plane what you want to call this, like then that means it doesn't exist. Remember like how I said the perfect dude doesn't exist? It's the same situation. It'll be like trust doesn't exist then. Yeah, you guys have to trust me a little bit here. I don't have the intention of like stabbing you guys in the back if that's the intention, but you guys have to understand where I'm coming from, right? As long as there's an understanding here, right, it'll be okay. Right? It's like, how come Lisa didn't come? How come Lisa didn't do this, this, and this? And I'm like, well, I had to go do this, and this, right? So I can get an understanding to come back to do this, right? It's like things have to happen a certain way, right? You guys are impatient. That's where this is coming from. But I'm excited though because I'm like depressed that I can't go and like shoot concert footage, right? But at the same time, I'm excited because I don't know what I'm gonna encounter now, right? Because when you look at my feed, if I hadn't have left, those 200 something posts I have up there now wouldn't exist, right? Like things have to happen for a reason, and it didn't happen before its time, right? Like if you look at the food stuff, because I recently posted all of the food stuff I used to eat at home, right? Like I took those photos back in 2022 because I felt the energy strongly then, and that's when I was playing Ace Attorney, right? And that energy is coming back up again now. Where now my I don't want to say diet, but like what I eat has changed because I have to focus on it, like consciously think about it myself, and I worked at the law office, right? So like the law and the food thing is coming into play again, and the demiurge, he told me I cannot sign off on anything. We're gonna establish new laws. I feel that coming very soon. Right? Once people talk through and deal with this, there's gonna be new laws in place. Because this is the second time I'm feeling it. Where are we now? Okay, when we establish all these laws and things, and I'm excited because I'm gonna get to see you guys. Like I'm both scared and excited because I'm like, I don't know what you guys look like. Like in theory, I've seen it in like movies and books and things like that, right? Like as fairy tales. But I've never seen it in real life, so I know that's gonna freak me out. Like it's gonna, you know how you have the initial shock? Like it's like when I cut my hair off, right? And my hair was short, and all those people have never seen me with my hair short. Like for them, that's a shock. Whereas like with my friend, when she sees me with short hair, she's like, again. Right? Like it depends on where you are in the story, right? Like if you just see it, it's shocking, right? So for me, I'm at that point where I'm like, it's gonna be shocking, but then when I get used to it, I'm like, okay, it's like every day, like it's like nothing special, right? But that initial feeling is always gonna be the fucking worst thing, because I know like for me, I give off really bad first impression, so I can't imagine what it's gonna be like for you guys. Because I've seen it. I get to document stuff up in the air. So I told you, he said I'm going to die from falling, right? At least I talked about this in a previous video where I had that dream, and I'm like, it's at least 14 feet. I'm at least 14 feet up in the air. I fall and I'm dead. And he takes, I told you guys this, I'm like, I was so mad. I was like, how are you going to take away how are you not going to allow me to, because I don't feel anything when I die, right? I'm like, how are you going to take away the joys of dying from me? You know what I mean? He's like, you want to feel pain and shit? And I'm like, yeah, like if it's the last time I'm going to go through this, why the fuck not? But I told you guys, he said I'm going to die from falling, right? So I'm like, I don't know how that happens, because my body feels like fucking lead, right? And like some days I'm like, I cannot function. Like, remember I told you there's some days where I'm like, I could walk for hours on end and not feel it, and then another day where I'm like, I cannot move my body. Like there's certain days like that, and I'm like, why the fuck does this happen? So like I don't know if like it's my fault that I fall, or like someone drops me. Like I don't know what happens, because I told you I can't see past 2027. So I'm like, I don't know what happens, because I know I'm now cross paths with you guys and I can't see anything. Right? So then I don't know if there's like a time jump or a time skip or what in the fuck happens here. We were talking about time stuff too, right? So I'm like, okay, don't be mad at me for making this comparison, but like if we compare human to dog years, right? Like one dog year is what, like 9 human years? So then if we're making this comparison now, how many human years is it for like for a clone year, or for a lizard year, or an alien year, right? Like to me, I have to discern all of this now. Like let's say 1 year of my time is like 5 years of like a siren's time, right? I don't want to be gone for that long, right? Like, can you imagine? It's like Lisa went MIA. It's like, where the fuck did she go? And I'm like, oh my fucking god. Like, I have to start keeping track of time now, which is why I started, why I mapped out the map and the calendar and the fucking clock shit here. Cause right? Like now we're gonna run into problems because if I'm gonna come see you guys, I'm like, well, I bleed every month, like 13 times 13 times a year is fucked. They like luckily right now, like I can move, right? But for a video this long, like I would never like it's like